their toll on this earth. I'm here on behalf of the World Coastal Forum, which is a new initiative to try and build bridges between communities on the ground, between agencies on the ground at national level and international level, because we recognize that climate change has no borders. The oceans have no borders. We are talking about one global ocean which connects the coasts of the world. And the lessons we learn in one place need to be transmitted and shared, and experience shared with people of other parts of the world, so that we can find solutions together, so we can find inspiration together, so we can act together sooner rather than later. I'm really happy to have come here and heard about the situation in Odisha, in India, in the region, some of the challenges, but also some of the opportunities. And I think we need to build on those opportunities. And it's wonderful that the university is now at the helm of the NAPSIPAC network. And I hope that this network helps to reconnect groups, research groups across the region, to be dealing with not just policy and planning, but also the environment, because these are not separate. We need good governance to ensure that our environment is protected and better managed for ourselves, but also for all other species. And with that, I'd like to thank you, Ma'am Chair, and really appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring the audience. Now, we request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, to kindly felicitate the chief guest of this valedictory session, Professor Kumar Vardas, former Vice Chancellor and our grand teacher, Fakir Mohan University. So requesting have a big round of applause for this cheerful moment. Now we request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, to have her address.
Esteemed guests on the dais of this valedictory session, esteemed chief guest of this session, Professor K.B. Das. He was my Vice Chancellor in Fakir Mohan University. We are so happy to receive him here. Esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Tej Mundkar, Chairman, Postgraduate Council, Professor Patra, Professor Prusti, and all distinguished delegates sitting in front of me, and research scholars, students, and media friends. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. We had a very, very effective and very fulfilling sessions all through these 3 days on this platform of Berhampur University, and which was Berhampur University was collaborating with the network of Asia Pacific schools and institutes of public administration. The secretariat has been shifted to Berhampur University, so it has become our responsibility to make it, keep growing with all of you with this institution. And it is very heartening to know that there were 36 panelists and 10 technical sessions. All technical sessions were very rich in content, and people from diverse fields have come here to make their presentations. So it was a very, very fruitful international conference, we can say. And I'm sure all the participants must have enjoyed their stay on campus, because our opportunity is that we have a very green campus. Berhampur University campus is very green, 70% of it is full of greenery. So I'm sure all must have enjoyed, and many of the delegates have already left, I think. And one very important thing which I believe is that the takeaway from this conference, it will have two outputs. One in the form of recommendations to the government, because this conference has been supported by Odisha State Higher Education Council, so the government definitely expects some output and some takeaway and key recommendations which are doable, which we can suggest in terms of policy measures, what we feel the policy makers should do like this. So I would request all the distinguished delegates, all the resource persons who are here to send their views. They can email to us within a week, so that we can just make a brief report and to submit it to the government. So this is one. And another output which I wish that all the papers which have come in the form of presentations, all the research scholars and all the resource persons, who they should send their full paper, whether it is in science or social science or in the field of law or in the field of journalism also. Some journalists had also come, even some people from public policy sector also, they were here. There were a bureaucrats session. There were very good sessions. There is a session on gender today in the morning where very serious papers were also discussed. So all of us can make it a full paper and submit within 30 days, so that we can publish it in the form of a book. Just coming together, discussing and going back and having no output doesn't make any valuable sense. So I feel it should come in the form of a good book. It will be published by either by some good publisher, or we can also publish it on in the form of a journal, a special issue from Berhampur University Research Journal. We have a research journal with an ISSN number, so we can publish it in the form of a special issue, or we can publish it in the form of a book. That we will think of. But I will request all the participants to send their full paper in the to the secretariat, so that we can just have follow-up action. So it's very heartening that there are very serious discussions, and people. The most important thing is that not only academicians were there, justice were there. One justice was there. He had a very elaborate paper and elaborate discussion on AI and how it affects climate change, and many such distinguished speakers were there from Sri Lanka, Nepal, Netherlands. Tej Munkar's paper, I was just going through his presentation yesterday. It was very, very useful for all of us. So I congratulate you, sir. So and to all the delegates, people from Nepal, Kathmandu University who have come, and they also had a very serious discussion. So it also gave us a clue that we should not do our research in silos. And the most important thing, it was very, very interdisciplinary in character, because we had some panels in economics, we had some panels in law, we had some panels on gender, in science and ecosystems. Many panels were there. It was transdisciplinary in nature. So I'm sure all our students who have attended this seminar of 3 days must have a learning experience, and it also helped us for a networking with so many delegates, so having, interacting with so many delegates. It gives an exposure to our students. Whatever we are doing, it is all for our students. So I'm sure they must have learned, they must have an enriching experience. So I thank all of you, and any, I mean, if you have faced any difficulty, I take the responsibility, and I may be excused for not coming up to your expectation. We may not have fulfilled all your expectations, but I am extremely thankful to all the delegates and all the participants, all the resource persons, and especially to our chief guest on dais today, who, with a very short notice, he just 2 days back, he had some important assignments also. I don't know, no, please come. So with one telephone, he just arrived with us. That shows his love and affection for Berhampur University, and for me especially. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming and be with us. And I thank all the resource persons here. Thank you all.
And heartfelt message. As we near the conclusion of this session, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who have made this event a success. And to formally deliver a vote of thanks, may I invite Professor B. Anjan K. Prusti, Co-Convener and Head Department of Environmental Science, Berhampur University, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Thanks, Ritu. Namaskar. I'm aware of the fact that some of our distinguished guests and invited speakers have already left due to their flight schedules. Still, to our colleagues and friends from Nepal, namaste. To our friends and colleagues from Sri Lanka, I know they would be able to see the live telecasted video. I won. Vanakkam. Subhaya sir is aage baithe hain. Swagatam sir. And someone from far off, from the Dutch land, welcome. It has been a very coordinated effort for last couple of months. I'm sure it was 6 months before that the entire framework was developed to have the event here. So our gratitude and thankfulness to the entire team of NAPSIPAG, earlier led by Professor Amita Singh, and now our Honorable Vice Chancellor is leading that. So entire team, all the participating scholars and institutions under the banner of NAPSIPAG, the NDRG group, a special thanks to that group as well. Many participants were there from NDRG group, and all the dignitaries and the invited speakers who were here for last 48 to 72 hours based on their schedule and based on their availability. They could make out time to be with us in the campus. As Madam Vice Chancellor was saying that there may be some lapses, but I would, with her kind permission, I would say that we follow the concept of Bhutan, trying to having a better happiness index. We may not be rich by resources, but हमारा attitude किसी से कम नहीं है. So the 48 hours or 72 hours stay that you had in this campus, I'm sure you might have been it might have been a very, the stay with happiness in this 250-acre green campus. Yes, resource crunch would be there, and if we do not go through resource crunch phases, then we are not researchers. Yesterday evening, Tej sir and Sao Sen sir was narrating me about how to strengthen our research groups here by not having any resources. हमारे पास तो resources है थोड़े बहुत. And yes, these resources, the resources to organize this event was extended by funding agencies like Indian Council for Social Science Research, Odisha Science Higher Education Council, Science and Engineering Research Board, presently now it is Anusandhan Research Foundation, and NABARD, plus Vice Chancellor Madam was very kind enough to even sponsor it from university sources as well. And we have media friends, both from print and electronic media, who were here for all the sessions. They ensured that they covered the proceedings. They have already circulated in the news yesterday and today, and tomorrow also it would be coming up in the regional dailies and national dailies. Our line of gratitude to all of them. Professor Amita Singh Madam made a statement. It was a wonderful forum that now in the group photo, in the NAPSIPAC group photo now, the second line NAPSIPAC members. So this event has facilitated in preparing a cadre of second line NAPSIPAC members who were standing on the stage with the senior most members of the NAPSIPAC who were standing on the ground in this house. And I think there would be percolation of knowledge, percolation of experience from those senior researchers to the second cadre members. And I'm sure this group, this NAPSIPAC group would excel. It would excel in future. And yes, we have the timely support by the administration team led by registrar and his officials, and the finance team of the university led by the controller of finance and his officials. Line of gratitude and thanks to all of them. And then there were agencies who have been with us providing services, catering services and things like that, travel services, on-time travel support. All my gratitude and thankfulness to all of them. And most importantly, planning to hota rehta hai, but then the people who run around are those young students, the student volunteers and the research fellows who were with us at least for the past 1 week and these 3 days. So they have been with us providing untiring support, and all my best wishes, gratitude and thankfulness to each one of you. It would not be possible to name all of you. Yes, with this statement, you must consider that, yes, you are part of the team. I would not be able to name every resource person and every distinguished guest, those who were with us here. But yes, it is going to be a very, very cherishable moment in the history of Berhampur University. First, that was the moment that would be cherished for was handing over the baton of NAPSIPAC Secretary General to Berhampur University, from JNU to Berhampur University. What else could be a moment of pride for a state university to having been successful and having transferred a baton from one of the reputed institutions to a university which is located in the remote corner of this country. And I know if I ask for permission, Madam will say, go ahead. So with her permission, it is, a word from Berhampur University to all the members over here that for the next 3 years, I know NAPSIPAC Secretariat will be in the university for next 3 years. I'm sure this group is going to do a lot of programs, going to establish networks, and going to ensure that all of you are again coming under the same roof again sometime, maybe next year or next to next year. Thank you so much, and namaskar. If there have been any lapses, I'm sure you are going to be highly considerate about it. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for expressing our collective gratitude so eloquently. Your words mark a perfect end to this momentous event. And with this, we officially conclude the valedictory session. On behalf of Berhampur University, we once again thanks all the dignitaries, participants, and organizer. We now invite you to join us for lunch, which is arranged in the dining area. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधितरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे